Hello, we're here to do a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine Mutual Energy read. Thank you for joining us. And if you're new or returning, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you could, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. This is a newer channel, and we do want to hear from you as we grow. We want to reach out to you. Let this be your channel. Interact. I did take a little break here. I had a death in the family. So I was dealing with that for a little bit, but I'm back now, and let's go ahead and get started with some oracle cards for the counterparts. For masculine, we have numbers. With this card, I'm seeing number sequences, number synchronicities, like codes. It's kind of like being bombarded, seeing things come at you from different ways, juggling at the bottom. Excuse me, juggling at the bottom of the deck for masculine. So it's like, not only are you trying to keep things going, you keep seeing these numbers, you keep syncing up with different numbers. Maybe every time that masculine goes to the store, his change back is $5.55 or $2.22 or whatever the case may be. I think he's paying attention a little bit more to numbers at this point. I'm trying to figure out what they mean. I'm getting a couple different things off of that. Might be seeing 777. Let's get an oracle card for mutual energy. Mutual energy. Tree of life. Both experiencing, different lessons in life, different understandings, different cycles within life, having an epiphany, how life operates, how life works. And I think some internal tower moments are coming in mentally, like epiphanies. Epiphanies to me are always mental. I don't feel like when we as humans encounter epiphanies, it's physical. It's always mental. Like nothing really changes. It's just that your mindset kind of flips on you and you're like, ding, I get it now. But with the tree of life, I think you guys are, starting to see that light shine on how life is, or how deep it goes, or the cycles that we endure and work through. Also an 8 card, because numbers for masculine is 6 and 2, which if you add them together is an 8, and this here 3 and 5. If you add that together is an 8, and it was crazy. We went with family. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a Life Path 33. I ordered my food, and you know how they give you the number to set on your table so you can bring your food. My number for the table was 33. My sister orders right behind me, and hers is 88. So it's just like it's a lot going for me here. My mind was turning. I was like, oh my goodness. But yeah, life cycles, things go, up and down, around and round through life, and that's the experience, and you have to learn and grow from that. Let's try that again for feminine. All right, feminine, let's talk about it. Feminine, spirit guides. I feel like she's opening up to receiving messages. She's reflecting. She's tapping into source. I think maybe that's coming from life lessons. That's from life experiences and the knowledge and wisdom that you've grown over time, tapping in and reflecting on what you've learned, reflecting on what the spirit guides or source is trying to portray, what messages. So let's dig a little deeper here. Um, and I feel like she's has open arm, blue, and green in the middle. Um, I think a lot of that is going to mental, because I associate the color blue a little bit with the air element, just because it is, clean, clear thought process. Could be water, but not all the time. But for me, air, blue, green, earth. It's my color association. It doesn't necessarily have to be yours. Um, so let's see here. Let's talk about it. I was sitting before, a few hours ago, before doing the reading. I was really thinking strongly about this deck specifically. So let's see what comes out. All right, for numbers, let's talk about it, masculine. Masculine, what about numbers? Feel like it's tapping into his emotions for sure. I think he's starting to, I'm going to shift this for space purposes. I think he's reaching out emotionally, maybe even feeling the emotions, maybe even trying to reach out emotionally, because it's like it's pouring raining. This woman here is getting soaked and wet, and yet she's still reaching out for more. It's like she's kind of covered or drowning in emotions, right? What else with numbers for masculine? That was too many. Empress. Maybe tired. I feel like there's an emotional growth, an emotional expansion. His feelings are growing. They're starting to turn into a new cycle of feelings and emotions, because at one point I feel like they may have been shut off, so I feel like his emotions are shifting, and which is going to turn into a new cycle, right? Okay, masculine, what else? Let's see. Yeah, no longer concealing them. Things are no longer being hidden. His emotions may be coming to the forefront. Yeah, they're building. They're mounting up. Excuse me. It's like they're kind of suspended while they are building up. I think he's starting to observe the growth, the building of them. They're no longer hidden. And it's the thing that I'm getting here with numbers equating to these emotions is coming into quantity. The amount of emotions that's being felt, the amount of emotions that's being exposed and built upon is growing. But all the while there's some type of suspense and slow growth here. Yeah, waiting for things to grow and expand. It may appear as stagnancy, but understand, and it's happening beneath the surface, beneath the water. See, like how the light comes up from the top and shines down. This is at the bottom, so the light is being shown down, but it's still underneath. But with the Knight of Pentacles, the Maiden of Earth here, with the Four of Swords and the Hangman, is telling me it's in suspension while things are being healed, and there's slow growth there, which is going to eventually equate to the Ten of Cups, right? That's what's manifesting. Okay? All right, so masculine, what else? Yeah, I'm getting quantity. Quantity of emotions, the amount of emotional growth here. Yeah, because the the feelings are mutual, but they're heavy, which is why I feel like there is slowness. There's a sense of taking its time, because what it will do, it will weigh a person down. Let's just say you feel so deeply and so much for a person. If that takes place in the amount of 3 days, that may be much more than that person can bear when they have other burdens, they have other entities, they have other situations and actions that they need to handle, versus the relationship. It feels like them coming together would be heavier than I don't want to say heavier than necessary, but it's heavier than the time allows. Yeah, it's going to cause some type of conflict, conflicting energy, some type of strife. Let's keep going. For masculine, Tower moment. There's that epiphany. Guards up. Seven of Tower moment. Seven of fire, which is the seven of wands. One more for the masculine. I'm getting this like, yeah, numbers, quantity. Like the amount is he's gonna block out the emotions. He's blocking out. He's gonna be defensive on how he actually truly feels, because at this point it's still healing needed. He needs to take care of himself and actually control his actions. Look at that. Look at that. You have to take control of all that. The star, the mother of pentacles, the mother of earth, which is the queen of pentacles, right? Take care of yourself. Heal, take care of yourself. To bring in what you want, you must control your actions and hold the passion closely to your heart. But it's like, you see the contrast, the queen, the king, and the knight. You have to control that passion. You have to hold back and resist that those feelings that are growing and that's new to you, that's being built, and this is just being revealed. It's like you kind of have to walk away and wait until things calm down before you start to work on this new beginning, right? Because it's coming from a higher place about having a new beginning in love. It's like expressing that emotion. You gotta abandon it. You can't act on the newness of it. You can't act on the depth of it. When you start to feel those things, it's kind of giving me, it's like him as far as masculine, let's just say, let me go back, fix my words. As far as masculine goes, it's from a higher perspective that he does hold back, that he does resist, because these feelings are new, they are being revealed to him, they are growing, and they're in a deep amount. Because the mother of water, the queen of cups, she has deep emotions. She's emotionally expressive. She's nurturing. She can follow her intuition very well, because she's connected to her emotions that deeply. And it's like the expansion and the growth of it it's it's heavy. It weighs heavy, so it causes a tower moment, which makes him block any emotions that he wanted to express, and to gather himself. And it's like, the quantity is, it's a lot, it's deep, and it does weigh heavy on masculine. So If your masculine isn't reaching out, it is due to the emotional depth that he is experiencing. It is at the 3. It is new. It is just now starting to be built and revealed upon. So again, allow him that grace, allow masculine grace to experience that newness, to experience what was revealed, and that way the blockages can come crumbling down, because it's new to him. It's shocking. It's, what he thought stood no longer stands. It's a lightning strike moment. You didn't expect that. All right. Feminine going to the 2 of Swords. What else with the spirit guys? Making a decision, making a tough call. Is kind of like she's going back and forth on decisions, on choices being made to close the book, close the chapter, or, come into union, lay a foundation. It's like, I want to be stable. I want to overcome any challenges, because the fondness, the memories, the nostalgia, the past history is still there. You want to reciprocate. You want to balance things out, shift things around. It's a tough call. You're calling upon your spirit guides. You're opening up to guidance. You're trying to be clear in your decision making here, feminine. I feel, which way do I go? Which way do I go? I keep getting, because it's the pendulum, you swing it back and forth. And then that's right next to the Crone of Air, which is the King of Swords, making tough calls, making tough decisions, being logical, analyzing, going through those certain pathways, but it's like you're opening up to your spirit guides to make those decisions. I don't feel like you're trying to make that decision on your own, which is also kind of mimicking what masculine was doing, because we did have the Hierophant. We did have, kind of seeing things from a higher perspective, knowing that, hey, emotionally, hey, things are building. So I'm not quite on that trajectory to move forward, because it's scary. I'm gonna block out anything that seems any type of emotional. So, it's kind of the same. Let's see here. What else? Feminine. Yeah, you too just want to get stable and find, solid ground. You're just trying to navigate your way through. You're trying to figure out which way to go. You may feel a little lost, getting a sense of lost, seeking guidance and information. Yeah, you're just trying to find your way to something stable and solid, because you definitely are holding on to this connection here with the 4 Pentacles and the Lovers. It's just you're heartbroken over the Emperor, your Emperor. And if you're new here in my readings lately, wherever the masculine is, the feminine is not too far away, vice versa. So we had the Mother of Earth come out, and there's the Crone of Earth there. We had the Empress come out. There's the Emperor here. Okay. So they're somewhat hovering around the same vicinity, but they haven't quite came together. So let's just see. And we did also have the King, Queen, and Knight of Fire there. So the passion is there for each other. Let's get some more cards for the feminine. I think you see there's a potential for future growth. I just don't know how much you believe in that yet. Yeah. Again, you want to elevate from the page to the king. You want to get from the potential to the actual formed stability, something long term. Yeah, going to your Ten of Cups. You're not trying to remain at the page stage. Yeah, you want to put in the hard work. You don't mind rolling up the sleeves. You are determined to work on yourself. You are determined to build that foundation, but it's like you're working on those fears and anxieties, insecurities, things that come up and hold you back, keep you restricted and restrained. Feminine here, you're trying to change that so you guys can come back together and open up communication. I feel it's like you're in the process of manifesting. It's just you're having a little mental conflict about should you stay or should you go. I don't know what suits you best, but if you are in the position where you're ready and masculine is not, you just continue to move forward. It doesn't, there's the Hierophant again. It doesn't change. Look, Hierophant, it had flipped over and flipped back, but it doesn't change what you're doing and where you're at. It changes when you get off your path. You follow your own path, you will get where you're going regardless. So fears and anxiety isn't going to keep you safe, keep you warm. Just tap in, tune in, and I guarantee you those fears will start to subside. Because again, I think it's just you needing to get a little bit more information, right? Yeah. Let's see here. The feminine. Yeah. I feel like you're meditating. I feel like you're trying to tap in, center yourself, realign yourself. Yeah. You're not trying to get anything started new right now either. You may feel ready or want to get things started, and I feel like that's where the Knight, the King, and the Queen of Wands come in. You definitely want to bring in what you want, but you also want to control your actions. Just know what you want, what you desire, go after it, but also have control over that. The pace of which you go after, which I commend. I believe the Knight of Pentacles on masculine side. So you can overcome any challenges, any obstacles. You can stand tall. You'll persevere. You'll persevere. Yeah, your emotions may be all over the place, so you needing to navigate that and miss a few opportunities. Because I feel like feminine, you may be still hanging on to past betrayals, things that kind of happened in the past. In order for you to shift the way this connection is going. Okay, let's get mutual energy. Mutual energy. You miss each other, you're nostalgic. I think you guys are seeing the twists and turns of life right now. It's like you definitely are trying to hang on to those things that fulfill you on an emotional sense. You definitely want to reject anything that doesn't. You are. I think both of you are mutually at a point where you are, one, emotionally independent, and two, kind of being indulgent for self. And it's not always a bad thing, and I'm not getting any negative ways of being. It's just when you've taken hit after hit emotionally, a lot of times you can't just keep taking emotional hits. So sometimes you do have to become emotionally cold, emotionally selfish, indulgent in oneself, pouring into oneself, and allow yourself to be watered. And it's nothing wrong with that. We get in certain aspects of our life where we feel shame for wanting to do that. Why should you feel shame when it's something necessary? It's something needed in order to grow and expand. You have to know your limits. You have to know when you need a break. You have to know when you require being poured into instead of just pouring into others. That's just a part of the life. All right. Yeah, things are shifting for the better for you guys. Things are shifting as far as timing wise goes. While you guys actually explore how you feel. I think the way you guys are checking your emotions, like, okay, this doesn't make me feel good. This, knowing how you feel about certain things, I think that's the shift. Pay attention and actually taking the time to evaluate how you feel. Yeah, things keep happening over and over in this connection, leading to heartbreak, and you guys are just sitting there stuck with the connection, but it's still painful. You feel backstabbed, betrayed, hurt, and that's because, again, we need to pour into ourselves in order for us to have a new seed to produce. You got to follow that intuition. You got to, you know exactly what the hierophant, the bigger picture is. Like, you can take action. You just have to be in control of that, because moving too fast will cause conflict, okay? That's why I feel like there may be a sense of stagnancy here and not making any moves. I feel like it is kind of stalemate energy, blocked, mentally blocked. Keep getting hangman here. But it's for different reasons. Yeah, there will be forward movement. There will be transformation coming for the connection. Moving towards a higher level. Again, commitment, traditional, more structural way of being. I think you guys are getting closer to, source, God, spirit, however you guys, view life, and that's going to get you guys to achieve your 10 of cups, which 6 and 4 is your 10 of cups right there. Okay, that's good. And for you both to be mutually fulfilled, both of you pouring into the relationship. This 9 of cups keeps wanting to come out here. Yeah, 9 of cups with the Ace of Pentacles. Be totally fulfilled. Okay. Hangman, because of conflict, and it has you guys in suspension and waiting. Now look, if we are tired of, I'm tired of being suspended, I'm tired. Okay, you have to think about it this way. The suspension is for the greater good, the hierophant, the higher perspective of it, in order for you guys to come together. 3 of Cups, reconciliation. So it's like this suspension is for you guys to take the opportunity to go within. Check your internal. I was getting more healing is needed, and rest for masculine, a little bit more self-care, a little bit more taking care of yourself internally, because again, masculine's getting a quantity of emotions, hitting them at one point, feeling like the relationship is heavy right now. It's not something you kind of want to take on when you're already emotionally charged. So let's get some clarifiers. Bear with me 1 second. One moment. Okay. All right, let's clarify for masculine. Let's clarify the mother of water for masculine and see what's going on. Telling you, it's like he's tapping into a higher source in order for himself to move forward. I don't feel like he can do this on his own. I feel like this is something that requires leaning on to that higher source. Again, we always forget that we aren't here operating on ourselves. We have the spiritual realm, we have angels, we have our ancestors protecting us and guiding us and shielding off things. Like, it was I don't know if you guys are on social media, but it's like it was a picture of a guy walking down the street with his head hung down. However, there were rain clouds, the rain was falling, and he looked so sad and depressed, not knowing that in actuality angels were fighting these little goblins and demons all on the ground, like they were wrestling and fighting. And it was like depicting, like, you forget how big the spectrum is, and what you don't realize is so much going on that never touches you, because you are so protected. So sometimes you do need to be leaning on a higher source, and for protection, for comfort, for just sometimes forward movement, you know. Let's clarify the mother of water. As I said, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. Queen of Pentacles, just knowing your worth, knowing your value. It's an internal thing with the clarifiers for me. It's too many. Let's get one more for the mother. Oh, I said one more. That's a lot. Yeah, turning things around, being on your own, gathering your own strength. So again, because the Tower moment, something has shaken masculine. I don't think I'm going to keep trying to clarify, because it's going to keep giving me multiple cards. Let's go ahead and go to the Empress, the Goddess card. Let's clarify that for masculine. Yeah, wanting growth, wanting expansion, wanting to reconcile, but again, not doing so, not taking action towards it, but looking at things differently. There is a sense of nostalgia again coming out for masculine. It's just, yeah, wanting to move slow, wanting to take the time to come back together, not wanting to rush into it. I guess masculine wants to speak today. Things are being revealed. Again, going back to the Nine of Cups, pointing to oneself, bringing in what one desire is, one's desires is, and it's actually making them quite happy on the inside. The quantity of emotions, what he's feeling, what he's experiencing is definitely putting a smile on his face. That's a lot. Let's, come on, work with me, masculine. Let's clarify the Three of Pentacles for masculine. Yeah, it's like it's building up to it, and internally he just wants to drop all the baggage and just do a free fall into it. But it's a transformation taking place to get there first. It's a transformation needed within this relationship to get to something stable, something solid, something positive, right? So again, we wait for growth. We wait for things to surface. We be patient. We allow that healing period. We allow things to process in order to reach, again, happiness, right? You got to stand firm and solid. Let's get one more for the Three of Pentacles. We got two more. So things are turning. Him dropping baggage, starting fresh, starting free, right? It's actually shifting things for masculine to be a little bit more carefree, a little bit more lighthearted. I think it's just going back to timing and having that ability to process what's going on is actually going to set him free. Let's clarify the Two of Cups. Two of Cups clarify about love. It's choice and love. Right? One more. King of Wands. There it is. The King, the Queen, and the Knight again for masculine. It requires leadership. It requires integrity. It requires movement that's steadfast, knowing when to move, knowing when not to move. Again, making choices in love, when to take action. Clarify the burden. Yeah. Not expressing, not opening up emotionally. Burden maybe because there's a lack of emotional maturity. There's a lack of emotional maturity to begin this new beginning of love, or even just a lack of emotional stability. It's heavy, and the emotions can't be presented because it hasn't gotten to that point. I think with the Eight of Wands, there's a sense of things being a little bit too fast for masculine. Yeah, so he had to walk away from those emotions. He has to actually turn around from them, choosing a path, because again, we're at the page here. They're new emotions that, yeah, it's like they're new and there's potential, but we can have a fresh start, new beginning. We kind of gotta make a head over heart decision to heal and take a break, pause. It is him weighing his options. It's because it's trying to balance out any fears and anxieties. You got to work on it. You got to do the work in order to move forward. And again, that's coming from a higher understanding, higher knowledge of not moving forward before you're ready, right? Tower movement. Just trying to move away from things that kept happening, move forward and surrender. It's also giving me move away from the backstabbing, betrayal, things that kind of kept happening consistently over and over and over again. Something that's been done, right? Just overcoming any challenges and doing the healing work so you can move on to calmer water, and boom, back to the Queen of Cups. And there's the King of Cups out here. All right, let's clarify the Seven of Wands. Defensive, making judgment calls about being heartbroken, maybe torn emotionally, perceived pain, want to balance out any conflict, but being patient while things build. It's like trying to have the strength to overcome any toxic energies, things that kept him stuck and bound. He's trying to do that on his own, and like I said, he's trying to overcome any epiphanies and tower moments that he's run across. So it's like, look, we all understand that what we go through, we have to grow through, and it's not just for us to sit in it and wallow. We have to move forward. We have to overcome it. We have to let those burdens go. Okay? Yeah, it's like you're blocking out those emotions, blocking out coming in and expressing yourself, because you're still in that building period. You're still mentally stuck. You're still stuck in your head. I'm sorry, these cards are giving me a hard time today. They're kind of like jumbly and jump out of my hands, and I guess maybe that's the idea for masculine as far as his energy. But let's go feminine. Let's clarify the Two of Swords, Two of Air. Yeah, you're going within. You're seeking wisdom, guidance, higher knowledge, trying to find the light in the dark, right? Yeah, you're trying to collect information. You're the introspection, the digging, the trying to learn, being stupid, being, oh, did I say stupid? Student, being a lot open minded and trying to navigate your way, on the things that you learn. Because, like I said, you're in that swinging the pendulum, and that's how you appear on the outside, but inwardly you're in hermit mode. You're internally seeking some wisdom, guidance. You're tapping into your spirit guides. You're collecting information. You're getting those downloads. You're getting those messages. You're clearing that mind space. King of Swords here. And it's just so you can follow your intuition, following your heart, to calmer waters. Again, you are also healing and taking care of yourself, mimicking masculine, 7 of Wands, protecting your energy, doing things on your own. So I think it's a big highlight on where we are from day to day, week to week, month to month. The energies fluctuate. So if we think about it, this is the energy for today. Tomorrow it may be different, but today we're digging on the inside. We're opening up to our spirit guides. We're looking for stability to grow and expand from the page. Excuse me, to the King. We're acknowledging there is potential for growth. We're acknowledging we do require stability, but also making the decision to work on yourself, doing the inner work. There's the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck again. One more for the King of Swords. Yep. You're working on creating your own balance, your own justice. So it's kind of like, I can't decide, and that means things aren't clear. When things aren't clear, I have to balance my internal. I have to justify myself internally. I have to gain that wisdom, that insight, that knowledge, those downloads, all of that stuff in order to balance myself, working on creating my own balance so I can see clearly, right? The Two of Swords energy, you're not seeing things clearly. You're mentally blocked. Your vision is blocked, or even unable to communicate properly. You may have blockages in your communication, but by doing the work, getting information, spending time alone, you're actually gaining your mental clarity and your stability, and having a strong sense of 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles right behind that. So you are doing awesome. Awesome. I just want to applaud. All right, feminine. All right, what's going on with the page of the elemental of earth, the page of pentacles, please? Yeah. You want to mature. You want the emotions to mature. You want the emotions to be a little bit more than the page, and you're making a decision about that. They're not where you want it to be. Clarify the crown of earth. That's a lot. Yeah, while things are transforming and manifesting, you're kind of just standing still, standing solid. You're looking at things differently. You're seeing things come to fruition and actually be successful as you stand still, as you stand your ground and be solid on your own. Yeah, you're successfully gaining clarity. You're successfully gaining clarity. So let's keep going. Clarify the 8 of Earth, 8 of Pentacles. I heard twice. You're working on it, because there's that 2 of Swords again. You're feeling blocked. You feel like you can't see through the trees. You're feeling stuck. You're feeling bound. You're feeling confined internally. You just need a little bit more balance in that. Like I said, center yourself. Maybe a little grounding exercises for yourself, whatever you do to ground yourself. Meditation, change of diets, You're fearing, your fears and anxieties. You may appear to be fearful, but internally you're actually just missing. Yeah, you're guided to wait. You have a thorough understanding about being patient and waiting, even though there is a sense of missing. Yeah, you're protecting your energy. Look at the stance on both of these. They're quite close. They're quite close. Like I said, meditation, grounding, change of diet, being a little bit more centered. Yeah, you're not getting anything started. You're not initiating anything. You're just kind of waiting for things to grow and expand. Nine of Wands. Yep, overcoming challenges. There's the Queen matching the King. Making head over heart decisions because you know there's some things going on underneath the surface, and you just having to follow your intuition even through the fears, so you can gain your stability, so you can come into union, so you can again lay that strong solid foundation for yourself. To clarify, Six of Cups for mutual, we have Seven of Cups. Yes, still emotionally confused. You both, yeah, you're juggling, still weighing options. Knowing life happens in certain ways, or you teeter and you totter back and forth. It's just, and not really sure. You're not really sure. You're trying to gain control, but it's kind of weighing heavy on you guys. On how to obtain this stability in the relationship, because you definitely want it, but you had to walk away and choose a different path so you guys can overcome it. It's kind of like the healing that was needed. You guys definitely, sorry, had to definitely take a break to clarify that. It's like to gain any type of clarity, it's a lot. It's a lot of fogginess, it's a lot of heaviness. Let me get one for the, missing opportunities. But you guys both feel like it's your Ten of Cups, and you're sure about that. It's just emotionally things are up in the air. One for the will. Clarify the will. See, not sure. Do I stay? Do I go? Do it up or down? Do this yes or no? Trying to find a balance. Trying to find courage. Trying to find stability. Trying to find willpower and strength to keep moving forward. It's life happens, and it's like, is this what I want for my life? Is this how I want to experience life? You guys, bear with me one moment. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, we're still trying to gain our strength. We're still trying to gain our ability to tame what tries to overcome us. Clarify the Seven of Water. Yeah, you're trying to drop baggage. You're trying to overcome that. You're trying to balance it out. And again, going back to clarity, you're doing things behind the scenes, again, so you can see clarity and things can have that new seed planted, right? Let's clarify the Chariot or the transformation. Okay, so you guys look like you're moving forward, moving on, but internally you guys are holding back. Again, trying to do things behind the scene, get clarity. Yep, holding back and missing opportunities. You guys are both still moving forward, but there's something about the growth that's being nurtured, being taken care of. It's like you both are needing and understanding. You need to nurture the relationship. You guys are giving birth, giving life, trying to nurture the relationship, because what's needed when a relationship has pain involved, and all relationships, I assure you, have never been easy, but this relationship is actually being nurtured. It's in a way from a higher perspective of you being grounded, being stable, being caring, right? The seed won't grow without sunshine, and vice versa. The sunshine is just there if it's no seed to be planted to grow. They work kind of hand in hand. You gotta remember in relationships, you have pain. You gotta overcome those pains. You gotta heal from those pains. You gotta talk about those pains. You gotta get your mind clear and your viewpoint intact. Like your perspective has to be different, and how you see things when it happened is going to be different versus 2 years from now. It may not be the same way. So in the same aspect, you're looking at things differently. You're taking care of what you need to take care of. You're trying to clear baggage, trying to clear up how you feel emotionally, get all that emotional junk away from the heart. Because again, when we had a mindset back then versus mindset now, those emotions may still, like that hurt may still exist. So you got to heal that. You have to clear that in order for that mind to start processing and saying, hey, okay, that's why it hurt, because I was in a place of lack. I was in a place of, lack. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you're starting to see things clearly and you can grow. You find your own stability about what was hidden underneath the surface. You get a little bit more grounded when you understand what happened, right? So that's kind of like what's going on. The circle, the hangman, clarify the hangman. Yeah. So again, you're balancing the internal out. You're doing the internal balancing after things came crashing down, after tarot moments, after aha moments, epiphanies, and I flipped that myself. Let's try it again and see what comes out, because I felt like it should have been upside down, but I turned it upside down myself, so I want to be clear on that. Clarify the fire, conflict. Outwardly, it may look like you two are in conflict, but internally, you're just healing. You're hoping, you're wishing. You're trying to overcome your fears, following your intuition, following how you feel, and boom, there's a Hierophant again, seeing things from a higher perspective. Just knowing what's the right path to take here, even though you feel like it is conflicting. You feel like you guys may be butting heads. It's in the aspect of clearing all that out. Clearing out the emotional confusion. Clearing out the heartbreak. For certain, here, making the mindset clear, a little bit more clear, because we've got masculine still here stuck in his head. Overthinking, right? Let's clarify the Three of Wands. There's that conflict, because you have an internal conflict. You're still trying to fight and overcome some anxieties and fears. That conflict is still here, but I'll show you how it came out. You're still fighting to overcome those fears and anxieties. And mental conflicts, because there's still a sense of mind games, manipulation, and things like that, but you're just going to have to gain control. And again, you do so by walking away from things that don't serve you in order for you to have that new beginning that you were actually fighting for. Let's get some romance angels. Alright, for masculine, that is a lot. Masculines just want to talk today, I feel. We'll keep these two. It says chemistry, that's strong magnetic attraction here. Definitely for the king, the queen, and the knight to come out twice for masculine. Yeah. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So that may be internal, taking care of yourself. Um, we have separation, release your ex, reconciliation. So you guys are in separation while masculine clears up the energy so you guys can come back together. There is some heartbreak. There is some things that's keeping him stuck. Um, that he does need to heal and clear out before you guys do come back together. But let's get one more just for sure for masculine. Yeah, let your friends help you ask for and accept support from others, which is why I was feeling a little of that Hierophant energy, needing to tap in a little bit more, because I feel like it's a little bit heavier than what masculine is used to, which is why we had the Two of Cups with the Ten of Wands. Maybe needing to get some support right there. Yeah, calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Like I said, the relationship is being nurtured at this point. It's in the incubator. It is being protected and, you know, like pregnancy. I'm waiting to be birthed. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Yes, there is chemistry. It's just the mental confusion and the emotional confusion will throw a monkey wrench in the way that things are supposed to, come together as cogs in the machine. It doesn't mean that it's unrequited. It means that it's just not clicking. Yeah, because you got to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Both of you have to realize that, and I do feel a sense of that from that tree of life. Yes, that is being learned. Let's get for feminine. Sorry, for feminine. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I do feel feminine has a sense of honesty about how she feels. With the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords out here, I don't feel like feminine is being dishonest. I feel like she's giving an air of indecision outwardly and being cold, detached on the outside, but inwardly making a balanced, clean-cut decision. I don't feel like she's throwing out any confusion. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I think that might have just been advice, but I think that's what you're trying to go within about expressing your love or tapping into your hermit mode, your spirit guides with passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Yeah, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Also, some of that, detached energy, giving yourself a lot of self-respect, protecting your energy, centering yourself, not taking action towards anything until it's, full grown or, fully at surface level, like you can see it, to actually take action towards it. Let's do one Kipper per. I think I got. Yeah, I can do it. All right, for masculine, let's get a Kipper. Great fortune. I feel like things are turning around for masculine. 2 and 6 again. There's that 8. 2 and 6. There's that 8 again. Mutual energy. Main male. One, I think that's new cycles beginning. Starting out for the masculine within this, like coming in, having him come in, having him express himself, show up. And I think that's more geared to masculine, just actually needing to keep an open mind as well, because we do have him stuck and stagnant mentally. And both kind of getting that incoming energy, maybe feeling it, unexpected income for feminine. I feel like something's coming in for you. There will be some type of change coming towards your way. Message of concern surrounding maybe work or a child. Message about your path. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, keep a positive mind. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, bye. See you guys later.